I want to welcome you all tonight to the Ashmore Seafood Steak. Who's had a really good meal tonight? Who's the first time? Who's an Ashmore Seafood Steak virgin? It was a great place. You can't say that anymore, but I like that. But again, welcome to tonight. I've been doing these stand-up presentations on cryptocurrency now for 5.5 years. And to be totally honest, the story really hasn't changed that much. The reason I got involved with cryptocurrency is very, very obvious to everyone right now. Who thinks for a second that there's a problem with their money?
Not enough.
Not enough money, but more importantly, what government policy is doing to our money. You know, every time the government says we're going to give a grant, we're going to create more money, we're going to drop interest rates, we're going to make more monetary policy and money flow into the economy, how does that affect you? Does it affect you positively or negatively? It affects you negatively because prices of goods and services go up and the amount of money you need to buy that stuff goes up, but does your wages go up? That's the problem that we have right now. The governments of the world, Australia is one of those governments, they're printing lots and lots of money, which is diluting the power of your money, which means every year you earn the same amount of money, but you spend more on the same stuff that's worth less. So that's a problem. So for me, when I got involved with crypto, I didn't want to play in this traditional world. I didn't want to play there anymore because I felt that I was being controlled. I felt I was being manipulated. I knew that every time I sweated for $1, next year I'd have to have 2 drops of sweat for the same $1. Who feels that? That's just the reality of the world. You know, sorry for the young people in the room, but you have to work harder than I did. Because now we're 30 years on from where I was your age, and we've had 30 years of people and governments printing money so that you have to work a lot harder than I did at the same age. You know, house prices when I was young were 50 grand to buy a house. $50,000 to buy a house in a small country town. The same houses now are worth close to 400 grand. But the wages haven't changed that much in that period of time. So I didn't like this traditional world, but we're all moving over to digital. Now, I like the digital world. Who likes digital? You know what you get. You got a computer program that's set up that doesn't need any third-party validation, which means that everything that happens is done by a program and no one's charging you a fee to do stuff for you because the program does it for you. So over here we've got Aussie dollars. We've got banks. We've got governments. We've got big business. All those things there are making you work harder. Who would agree? They're making you work harder. Over here we have a computer program that takes out all of this. We've got crypto. We've got exchanges. We've got you. And we've got everyone. This is the world that I love to be in. Cryptocurrency, there's 10,000 cryptocurrencies to choose from. Are they all equal? Are they all good? No, but there's some really good ones that are going to give you some good income potential over the next 2 to 3 to 5 years. Like amazing potential. We have exchanges. So over here, in an Australian bank, all you have is the choice of Aussie dollars. Is Aussie dollars the best currency in the world? You get one choice. Over here, at the moment, I think I have 10 choices in the exchange that I like. Some give you 30, 40, 50, 100, 300 choices of currencies. So you can choose what you store your value in or your money in. So you get a choice. Instead of the government's controlling your money, you control your money. Who's heard of that company called ATO? It's not a government department, it's a company. Right, the ATO, if they say to Westpac, Jimmy, we're going to investigate him, can you freeze his account? You know what happens? Jimmy loses access to his money, his credit cards, everything in that bank, and Commonwealth, and ANZ, and all the banks. He freezes out. Over here, you control your money. No one can say you can't do anything you like Monday to Sunday, 24 hours a day with your money. That was why I got involved with crypto. That one reason. I don't care about this other stuff, but that was the reason I didn't want to be controlled by banks. That's why I got into crypto. And big business, who thinks that the market can be manipulated by big business? They do it all the time, and I'll talk a bit about that later. Over here, everyone controls what's going on in the market because you're part of the market. So if these guys start mucking around with the market and you understand what's happening, you benefit. If you don't understand what's happening, you get burned a bit. Because if you don't understand, you think you're playing this game. But if you understand what's happening in the market, you play this game and you win. So I'm just going to go through what happens with cryptocurrency. I want to explain this a bit more because this is just, honestly, just a bit too depressing. Alright, so who wants me to talk about this or this? I know a lot more about this. Trust me, I've been studying it for 30 years and I've been doing this for 6. This one gives me grey hair. This one excites me like hell. Alright, so I'll go through some of the digital stuff and why everyone's getting involved with cryptocurrency. Before I start, who's involved with crypto at the moment? Oh wow. Who knows a lot about cryptocurrency? Alright. Maybe you guys should come up with a whiteboard. I'll sit down and hear what the hell you're going to talk about. But anyway, look. Cryptocurrency's been on this journey here. It's a J curve. Right, so back here was worth 0.00, I think it was 5 zeros. 1 of a cent. That's 1 Bitcoin. That's what it started off back in 2009. Who wanted to know about Bitcoin back in 2009? Hell no, it was nobody knew about it back then, but over a period of time, and there was no value in the market at all, zero. It wasn't worth anything as an industry. So as time goes on, more and more people have heard about it, got involved and done things with it. There was a really big pivotal point back in July 2019. Back in 2018, which I won't talk about too much, there was a big event happened there, but because of that big event, July 2019 happened. This is when the major investors, the major fund managers of the world all got together in America and said, we want to trade cryptocurrency. So a syndicate of 8 really big companies funded a company called the Bakkt Exchange, which was owned by the New York Stock Exchange. So at this point here, the big institutions could buy cryptocurrency. So before that, speculators, gamblers, young people predominantly got involved with cryptocurrency. This is when it started to get very serious. 12 months later, what happened here started to affect the market positively because it took them a little while to get their act together and understand this thing called cryptocurrency. So just after 12 months of July 2020, a few months later, another company called PayPal, in December 2020, they got involved with cryptocurrency. One of the biggest payment providers of the world got involved with cryptocurrency. So the largest institutions got involved 18 months before, then PayPal got involved. Now with all industries, they have cycles, right? The adoption cycle is really important to understand. So now we're seeing the biggest payment providers getting involved with cryptocurrency. So people that have PayPal accounts, Square accounts. Who's got a Visa or MasterCard? You know, Visa and MasterCard are heavily involved with cryptocurrency now. Alipay, WePay, UnionPay, all the big payment providers like PayPal are all heavily involved with cryptocurrency now. Which means the general public can get involved with cryptocurrency easier now than ever before. So when PayPal said they're going to get involved with crypto, 1 Bitcoin was worth $20,000. Who would have liked to have bought some of a Bitcoin at $20,000? It's worth 50 today. Right? So when they said it, it went up to 55k. Then another rich guy called Elon Musk, he said, I think corporates should do more. So he put $1.5 billion into crypto, $39,000. Because we have a very volatile market, so it does go up and down, up and down. So he went and bought $1.5 billion at $39,000 per coin, Aussie. Do you think that was a good idea or not? Who thinks it was a good idea? So what happened then? What do you reckon happened to the price of Bitcoin then? Did it go up to the moon or stay the same or go down? Up? You know what happened? Nothing. No one even knew. Nothing happened to the price. It just kept on doing its thing, just slowly going up. What happened is, a month later, when he told the world, because he had to, because that's SEC reporting, the Securities Exchange Commission in America, told him he had to tell the world he bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. That is when it went nuts. So one Bitcoin went from 39,000 and it topped out at I think $84,000. Because he told everyone. And PayPal told everyone. And these institutions told everyone. We live in a world of perception now. You know, if I was up here and I was a scaredy cat and I couldn't talk properly, you wouldn't listen to me and you'd go. Who'd go? But I know my stuff. I'm confident, and you sort of think, oh, maybe he knows his stuff, we should listen to him. But this is the same thing. Elon bought cryptocurrency, didn't affect the market. He told people about cryptocurrency, confident, wealthiest guy in the world. Everyone wanted a chew of it, so the price more than doubled. Now, do you think that trend is going to keep on going like that? Who thinks it's going to keep on going up and up and up and up? Yeah, a couple of people? Yeah. It is going to keep on going up and up and up. Remember when I told about the traditional world before, how you've got the big boys, big businesses playing the game? Big businesses didn't get involved down here. The banks especially, they didn't get involved. But now the banks and the people that control monetary policy realise that this thing called cryptocurrency is just not going away. We can't stop it anymore. We can't control it anymore. All the reasons that I got involved with cryptocurrency are what they're wanting to realise, well, we've got to play the game. We just have to play now. So very recently they said that, Elon said that Bitcoin chews a lot of power. And all the media outlets said that China banned Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's crashing, and Bitcoin's crashing, all the media. And what happened with Bitcoin price? Went from 84 down to 47. Is that right, 47? I think so. No, 37. 37 it went down to. 37,000 Aussie. Because the media, the perception was negative. The people that didn't understand the digital world to traditional sold a lot of their coins quickly because they got freaked out. They got scared. They sold. And the people that put out all the news went in and bought big. So within the last few days, that's gone up to 50k. And it's going to reach back up to this, plus a bit more in the real near future, so it's going to keep on going. Because the biggest banks in the world, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Western Union, 12 months ago, if you're an employee of those companies and you mentioned the word cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, you'd get the sack instantly. These biggest institutions now are really getting involved with crypto because they know that they're losing their control over their customers, because their customers are all moving into the digital world of the future, which is cryptocurrency. Now, it's a currency, okay? Right? Who's got a bit of grey hair and remembers 1972 to 1982 with the gold pricing? Who remembers gold prices in those 10 years? They took the gold off the standard 1972. So gold money was actually linked up to the value of gold back in 1972. But Richard Nixon said, we're going to chop that off and the dollar can go crazy. So for 10 years, gold did this. Woohoo! Went crazy. Went from like $35 up to about $1,200. For 10 years, it went up. And what's gold done since? Just floated along ever since 1982. Hasn't done anything pretty much since 1982. All currencies plateau out. Whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, any coin, they plateau out. So there's going to be some really good runs and profits up to a point where you're going to be where you are right now and start to look for other opportunities. But that's going to be a long way ahead because there's a lot of people getting involved with crypto. And while they're jumping into crypto, it's affecting the price positively. And you guys can win by buying really good, solid cryptocurrency. So who'd be happy with getting involved now? A bit more understandable what's going on? I don't want you to go home and buy crypto tonight, okay? I want you to go home and learn more. Watch more videos so you're comfortable with your decision when you do get involved with crypto, and you get involved at a point where you are comfortable with that decision. It may take you a week, it may take you a month, it may take you a year to be as comfortable as me. But ultimately, if you learn enough, you'll get to a point where you are like me, where you have no money in the bank, and if you want money, you've got to sell some crypto. And it takes you 3 days to sell your freaking crypto because you don't want to sell it because you know it's going up. As soon as you sell it, you're back in the game and you pay a bill, which is what I did today. But that's a good problem because the money I spent today, I would have sold a lot more crypto 4 days ago to have the same spending power I had today because it went up like 30% in the last couple of days because the media pumped it down and we're at a really, really good spot right now where anyone getting involved with really good solid cryptocurrency is going to win for a very long time right now. It's a very special moment in cryptocurrency history. Do you like that story? I love that story. Has anyone got any questions on that? No questions at all?